Back like we never left. What is good, everybody? If you are new to the channel, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Weav, and here on my channel, we coach you on 3 important aspects of your life. First, on your personal growth and development. Second, we always push you to grow professionally through your careers in business and entrepreneurship. Third, we help you to build, maintain, and nurture long, lasting, and more meaningful relationships. Today, we explore the signs that your relationship is over and how you should proceed from here. If you don't know much about me, I don't like to waste time, and I'm ready to get into it, so let's do that right now. I just need you to trust me on one thing. Being single is better than being with someone who always fills your heart with doubt. And let's keep it all the way 100 about our relationships and marriages. It's hard ass work, right? To be able to build a connection and develop a love that is thoughtful and empathetic to your spouse or lover, it's not something that doesn't require you putting in time to make that relationship lasting and meaningful. But sometimes we have unrealistic expectations out of our relationships, and you can begin to expect more out of your partner than they were able or even willing to give you in return. It's complicated because you may in fact want to get to the root of the issue, work through the problems, compromise on your position, but your partner, they ain't with it. And that is frustration beyond words, right? But the sooner you begin to see the signs, to understand the behaviors, and to keep it real enough with yourself, the sooner you can figure out whether or not that relationship is actually over, and if the two of you should either move on or accept it for what it is. So what now? How do you know or begin to notice these signs that can help you cope better with your stressful situation? Don't worry, I got you. Your first sign is a common theme among struggling relationships, and that is you are just constantly tired, drained, and overall annoyed by your partner. Your relationship essentially is a friendship, right? Or at least it should be. You should be happy to come home to your partner. You should be eager to hear their voice, find out about their day, be intimate with them, go on dates, and just honestly be around and spend quality time with them. But when that time together seems like it's draining the life out of you, when you're annoyed by the mere presence of them, that is a sign that something's really off. But when you're annoyed, you know what happens? You stop even bothering to argue over the issues, which in turn causes you to stop sharing things with each other altogether. And neither have to bring up any sort of disagreement because you know it'll just turn into World War III. Now, this could be temporary, right? But if this is constant and that communication that you have between each other is non-existent, even about the smallest of things, you have a problem, and you need to think long and hard about the lack of what both of you are putting into the relationship. Because it might be time for you to put an end to your unhealthy silence towards each other and just walk away. The second sign is one of you is just fighting incredibly hard to salvage what may be left of the relationship, while the other person seems not only distant, but also disinterested. When only one person is willing to take that next step in trying to repair things, and that causes a two-part issue, where not only does your partner lack the empathy and compassion necessary that the relationship can be saved, but it also means that there isn't strong enough motivation to actually try to do the work in the first place. And all relationships require that in order to make a positive difference. This can be a hurtful situation because all of the love that you want to give, you're realizing that your partner, they're just emotionally detached from you right now. And partly that's because mentally they might have already thrown in the towel and given up on that relationship. But if you take a step back and look at this from an objective viewpoint, do you really deserve that type of unrequited love? Because I'd say hell no. So you may need to take a step in the right direction and be confident that the time you're investing and not getting what's in return of what you should be might not be worth it. Decisions. The third and most common sign I often see while coaching is what I refer to as unequal justification. Wait, what? Unequal justification. And when I say that, I'm simply referring to all of the excuses you build into your mind to stay in that unhealthy and possibly toxic relationship. Well, we have kids together. Where am I gonna live if I leave? What will my friends and family think? How will I pay for my expenses if they are the breadwinner in the house? All of these things are not only unequal, but toxic forms of justification that you have come up with to not walk away from something that you know damn well you shouldn't even be associated with right now. And on the flip side of that, if I ask, what about your pride? What about your confidence? What about your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself? The fact that you haven't left when you know you should shows me that you have a lack of empathy and compassion for yourself and for what you are capable of. And maybe this is for the best, because if you self-assess and realize that you are better than your circumstances, that yeah, you might hurt a little bit, struggle a little bit, be a bit confused as to what your next move should be, in the end, you will be way happier walking away from that situation. The fourth sign is always one of the most important in any relationship, and I put it up there right next to communication. And that is that you guys both start lacking trust. And I don't mean trust that they won't cheat or find someone different, because if you're already in a bad place in that relationship, then more than likely that will occur because you both will start looking for external sources of happiness. I'm talking about lacking the trust that either they or you becoming more emotionally unavailable to continue in this relationship. There is only so much we can take as individuals before the burden and stress becomes way too much for us to carry. And in a relationship, what do you always hear me say? That a relationship is not where you find happiness. A relationship is where you share happiness. Well, how the hell can you do that when you can no longer laugh together? When you can't be intimate as you used to? When you make up excuses to not spend as much time together? When you don't go on dates or have deep conversations like you used to? There is a cycle of unhappy feelings that continue to manifest if we don't address our personal issues head on. So right now it's time for you to decide, can you fix this? The both of you together as one unit of love. Because without putting in the time, effort, and energy needed on both sides, your relationship is headed to a dark place where you become roommates instead of soulmates, where you look for happiness through another man or woman, where you feel stuck because it's been years and you're afraid to take that next step and walk away from your unhappy feelings in that relationship. This decision is solely up to you, but now it's time to prioritize your happiness over theirs, regardless of how that seems and makes you feel. And always remember this, no relationship was ever a waste of your time. If it didn't bring you what you want, it most definitely taught you what you don't want. As always, thank you to every single one of you for tuning in and checking out this video today. And if no one has told you this already today, I appreciate you. If you are new to the channel, I want you to become official to the squad, so hit that subscribe button and that bell notification and become an official part of the team. I'll be back soon with a new video, but in the meantime, have an amazing day. Stay strong and stay inspired, and as always, until I see you guys next time, peace.